if you're going to build a business, it has to be your life. You have to be into it. You have to be wanting to be with other people that are as passionate as you are.
Welcome to Unstoppable Podcast with Harry Sardinas, inspiring conversations with influential millionaires, investors, thought leaders, entrepreneurs who are making a massive difference with their innovative products and services, and sharing the challenges and the wisdom of how they sold their first million.
How would you like to achieve your first million? And today we have Kristin joining from Canada, and she is the founder of Modern Health Solutions, but also is a real estate investor. So, Kristin, tell us, what are the 5 steps that you recommend entrepreneurs out there to make your first million?
So, to really break it down simply, first, learn the rules. You have to learn the rules of whatever it is you're doing and understand it. Second would be seek the truth for truth's sake. Seek the truth. And third would be to make it your life. Your vocation is your life. Your life is your vocation. And the fourth would be, which goes with this, connect with other like-minded people, whether that's mentors or peers. Immerse yourself in that world. And number 5, once you accomplish all of those things, you start making your own rules. And once you have that mastered, then you can't help but make money.
Okay, and now, Kristin, let's expand in your 2 passions. You have 2 passions. One is real estate, and the other one is medical solutions, is health, right? So let me ask you a question, because my first business was in real estate, right? I'm very grateful. We managed to sell over 5 million, and probably everything that I have achieved in my life, it came, and all the crazy businesses that I had done during my life, the part of them have been financed by my real estate business. So, however, my truly passion is to do this podcast, to do conference around the world, to help people to grow the business. I love this thing. Yeah. And having, every day today is my podcast day. So I do a lot of interviews, and wow, my day goes to meeting a lot of amazing people. I'm on fire. I don't know if I'm doing this podcast for yourself, guys, or for me, or for the audience, So, however, real estate, it was a great vehicle to generate wealth and to actually go to have some resources and some experience to go for your really passion, your really calling. So is that the same journey that you experience somehow, or you like both for equal? Tell us a little bit more about this mix, about real estate and health solution, which is pretty similar like my one, real estate and speaking around the world and training companies to grow. What something doesn't have to do anything with the other one, but maybe yes. Tell us a bit more.
Yes, so that's one of those things. It's like, I think this happens with all of us, is you just kind of go through life and you don't realize that you're collecting all these experiences along the way. And then all of a sudden it all comes together and it's like, here you go. And so I finally made it to that. My goodness, it was quite the journey. And so, but there's things that I'm just obsessed with in life that I just can't get enough of. And one is sciences, specifically quantum sciences. I've been involved in quantum sciences for the last 2 decades, long before it became. I'm finally cool. I was not cool then. I'm finally cool now. And psychology. And, and then I had this weird third one, real estate. And so I became a real estate agent. I got my first taste of flipping a house and made a bunch of money. And I was like, oh, this is fun. And so became a real estate agent, helped other people, became an investor. Then I owned a property management company. I'm just into it. I love real estate. And it's just something I've been passionate about. And this is why I say, if you're going to build a business, it has to be your life. You have to be into it. You have to be wanting to be with other people that are as passionate as you are. And so that just happened naturally. And so health, that happened to me. I went through a 10-year experience of a very debilitating disease. I was on my deathbed. I was running a product-based company from my bed. I was having my organs shutting down. My joints through my whole body were deteriorating. I was told I needed 4 joint replacements. I was not doing well. And so I tried very hard to go a holistic way. I spent hundreds of thousands, in trying to cure myself. And clearly, I started finding some answers, and I'm 6 years now in remission. And because I had all these answers to something that is thought to be incurable, people are hopeless in these autoimmune conditions. Now, I mean, there's been a lot that happened between then and now, but now we have a program and a platform with myself and dozens of practitioners that help people cure themselves of these diseases that they're thought to be incurable. So, I mean, how can you not be passionate about that? How can you not show up every day and want to do that? And so this is why I say, when you're really into what you're doing, money chases you. It's like, don't do it for the paycheck. It will follow passion. So because I'm so passionate about health, and we need to see our systems change, our medical systems change, it's just evolution. Here we are. And so I've created an integrative health system, and big companies and private systems say, hey, we want that. And I went, okay. And they're like, we also need buildings, and we need to figure out how to put this all together. And I was like, I could do that too. And so that's how I became a real estate strategist and a medical system strategist. And sometimes I do just real estate strategy. Sometimes I do just medical system strategy, but it's what really pays the bills. So I can focus on building this integrative system for affordable healthcare for others. So it's amazing.
Wow, it's fantastic. Yeah, you see, Steve Jobs always said that you don't know how you want. You go through a journey in life, and you don't know how the dots will connect backwards. You don't know where are you heading, but at some point everything will get connected, and you say, who's gonna thought that this what I did is gonna be a great contribution what I'm doing now. And has been, like you say, it's a difficult journey to find what's your passion, what's really your call. Actually, because it changed, your goals that you have 20 years ago, that who you want to be 20 years ago, maybe it's not who you want to be 10 years ago, and maybe it's not who you want to be now. So it's a vision that evolves, and it's a roller coaster like this, trying to find yourself what really is your passion. But number one, let's talk about the real estate thing, because 1 out of 6 guests that come to this podcast, they are property investors, real estate investors, right? And 5 step out to make the first million. So our listeners might have the wrong assumption. Wow, become a millionaire in real estate is easy. Let me go for it. Yeah. And we totally tell you, go for it. However, the fact that a lot of people come to this broadcast with this background, everyone do different strategies. There is a process. Like, look at you become a real estate agent. You get you did one flip, it works, and you build from there onto a property management company. I own a property management company. We sold over 5 million doing this. It's a lot of work. I mean, don't get me wrong. Yeah, it's very intense, more intense than what I thought.
Yep.
So you won't get bored for sure.
No.
No, you, no, your team. You will never be bored with that business. But anyway, so what advice do you have for our audience that want to start a business? I want a good vehicle, because I do support that property is a great vehicle for entrepreneurs to start the journey, because I think that is something that is easy to understand. We all live in houses, and we all pay rent and things like this. So I think I always say, never invest or never do something that you don't understand. That's a big risk. I think houses, they are easy to understand, and also it's what I call it a high ticket product. Basically, you're selling a product service in that space, and you have a big markup. They are all high tickets. I used to have a restaurant, so imagine I used to have property management when I rent one room on one house. And after 1 year or 2 years, I don't have to do anything. And then I open restaurant business where I have one table to find 10 clients for the same table. I'm like, this business is a nightmare. I'm not used to this.
Oh, yeah.
Who's doing this? Every time that I see a restaurant owner making money, I give it a hug. I say, man, you're a genius.
You're a genius. Yes.
You're
And
how you do that? That's what I said. So you should be doing something else. That's what I'm telling the restaurant owner. Look at me. I'm passionate about food. I said, man, you should be doing something else. You don't know. You're pulling this off. That's it. So, Kristin, tell us a little bit, especially for yourself. Did you find the real estate because somebody told you? Somebody told you, hey, if you want to be an entrepreneur, this is a good source. The other thing that, most entrepreneurs that I know, they all invest in houses, or they all have at least 2 houses or whatever. So they all understand and do a little bit of real estate. So how you end up in the real estate in the first place?
Yeah, so it just happened to me. I was an industrial electrician when I got into real estate, so very different. And most people
very good. At least you don't need to pay for electricians, right? That saves some money, eh?
And so, it just so happened I bought a house in an area that I knew was going to have a bunch of projects coming in. There's going to be people moving into the area, and it doubled in value in a year. And I went, oh.
Wow.
And so then I started to really learn about real estate as an investment vehicle. And to this day, real estate is the best investment vehicle. And I make that as a statement. It's not just an opinion in the world, because you could buy a house, buy no insurance, have it burned to the ground, and still have the property worth more in 20 years. So this is the thing. And what other investment vehicle can you put a percentage of the value down and then have someone else pay the bills? It's just like, and it goes up in value and the mortgage goes down every year. I mean, come on, this is like no brainer. And then of course there's people who say, well, I don't have the money down. Well, guess what? If you're passionate enough and you learn enough about real estate, you will find people that will split with you. You split the equity, you do all the work. They're happy to put the money in because it is such a safe investment. It is not, and it's
a space for everyone, Kristin. It's a space for everyone. If you have the money, if you don't have the money, it's just an excuse if people don't go into this. But at the end of the day, 100%.
But you have to be into it. You really do. You have to be, because for me, it was just took me over. I was so passionate about it. I took all the courses I could get my hands on, and I would continuously study. I was watching HDTV, which is a TV platform here, which is like, I was constantly watching shows on housing and flipping and doing all these things. So you have to really understand it and get into it. And it's a bit of a learning curve. And to this day, I'm a professional strategist. I teach people how to navigate real estate, and I'm still learning new things.
100%.
You never stop learning in real estate. So it is an amazing investment vehicle. It's an amazing way to earn an income, and there's multiple ways to do it. You don't just have to become a real estate agent and call it a day. There's so many ways to earn an income through real estate.
Basically, Kristin, you're getting a depreciated asset, which is the money, and you're buying something that appreciates,
it's a no-brainer.
You're buying with something that depreciates, something that appreciates.
And that's it too. And there's a system in place that helps you do that supports you in purchasing that. And, if everything falls apart in society, people still need a place to live. They still need a roof over their head. And so that's why I love residential. To me, it's the safest avenue. And I love it. It's just such an amazing way to earn an income.
Follow us for more interviews with world's most influential, audacious entrepreneurs that overcame challenges and adversity, providing you with the blueprint of how they sold their first million so you can grow your business exponentially.